On the issue of NSCL and financial technologies, NSCL issue, the FMC has said that while the exchange has assured all payouts and a plan on that will come out by evening, in case of a default of any type, there could be a serious repercussion. Hear out Ramesh Abhishek, chairman of FMC in conversation with our commodity director Manisha Gupta.
The NSCL was exempted along with other two spot exchanges for trading in one-day forward contracts with some conditions like no short sell, compulsory deliveries, etc. So the contracts were being traded there. We found some issues with conditions not being followed, for which we had sent a report to the government, and the government recently told the exchange not to launch any fresh contract pending a final decision in the matter.
So why is the money not coming in? Why NSCL has no money? 6,002 crores what they are supposed to have. Do you think all the people who were trading here have suddenly gone bust?
I think Department of Consumer Affairs asked us yesterday to seek some information from the exchange about the reasons for their suspending the settlement cycle, and also what is their plan of action for meeting their settlement obligations. So we are planning to do that. We have asked them for information, and yesterday we had called MD NSCL for a discussion. Today they are supposed to give all the information. We'll analyze that information and then we'll advise the government on future course of action.
The biggest fear in the mind of investors is that perhaps there could be a default coming.
The NSCL MD told us yesterday that they owe, the people who have taken money through the exchange mechanism, they owe 5,400 crore rupees to people who have put in that money, and that against that they have a commodity collateral in their warehouses worth 6,200 crores and a settlement guarantee fund of 800 crores. We have asked them some specific questions about how they are planning to meet these obligations, but I think it should be very clear that it is the exchange which is responsible for meeting their settlement obligations. That's why they are there. They are providing a platform, and they have to do that. Whether the commodities are there or not in proper quantity and quality, it was their job to assure it, and they have told us that they have got it certified by auditors, etc. So we think that exchange is fully responsible and accountable for all these measures, and we hope and we are looking forward to seeing that their settlement obligations are met in a time-bound manner.
Since you were the designated authority over the exchange, and since NSCL also said that they had been writing to government all these days and months, and there has been no response to it, so do you think there has been perhaps a lack of action from you or from government as well?
I think the government has been very clear. The government has given them a clear direction to give an undertaking. This was based on the feedback that we had given to the department earlier, that they should not launch any fresh or further contract, and that all the existing contracts should be settled within the due date. So the government order is very clear, and it is the responsibility of the exchange to settle all their contracts in a time-bound manner. This settlement of contract cannot be contingent on continuous trading on the exchange or infusion of liquidity and new money on a continuous basis.
You know, there are big names involved when it comes to people who have invested in. So again, just going back to that same question again, did you think people did not see or perceive the risk that was involved here?
I think whenever people invest in markets, I'm sure they are aware of the issues. But in this case, I think we are going to ensure, we are going to at least see and report to the government what is the plan of the exchange for meeting their settlement obligations. And I think now we should focus on that the money put in by people should be returned to them in a time-bound manner.
You spoke about the stocks. Now the stocks will have to be sold when, where, how, what condition are they in? Who is going to really monitor that?
See, we are waiting for all the written reports of NSCL, which we are supposed to get today. We will analyze those reports, and then we will take a view, and we will advise the government on how the future, what the future course of action should be. So we will advise the government immediately after that.
Is there a time schedule by which the payouts should happen, and if somebody does not get the money, what is the future course of a legal action here then?
See, I think at this point of time, we'll focus on what the exchange says, what is the schedule they gave, and what is the decision of the government on our advice, which will happen soon. And after that, we look forward to exchange meeting its settlement obligations. But it is very clear that any failure on the part of the exchange to meet its settlement obligations or failure on the part of those who have taken money through the exchange mechanism will invite very serious legal and administrative action by the government, by the law enforcement agencies. So I'm definitely hope that nothing of that sort happens.
Just one final thing. Did you have any meetings with NSCL in all these months while you were seeking information from them, and have you told them on where they were perhaps going wrong?
See, as you know, the government has been examining the report of the commission over the time. There have been several consultations and engagement with the exchange as well as with the stakeholders. Even Secretary had come to Bombay and he held a meeting with various stakeholders recently. And also it has been a process of continuous engagement, because government also wanted to know that what are the various issues involved, because spot exchanges are supposed to be good for the country. They are supposed to help farmers and realize a better price for their produce, etc., etc. And that's why this exemption was given with adequate conditions. So the government is seized of the matter, and they will take proper action at the right time.
Okay, that's the FMC chairman in an exclusive chat with ET Now's Manisha Gupta.